Donald Trump now firmly believes, and honestly kind of rightfully believes, that he can get anybody in this country to shut up just by suing them. And the reason I say he rightfully believes that is not because his lawsuits have merit. They absolutely did not. They should have been immediately dismissed with prejudice by the judges who were assigned to the cases. But that didn't happen. Trump had no legal claim. He had no legal damages. He had nothing to stand on in the defamation lawsuits that he filed. However, time and time again, this year, those media outlets said, okay, we'll just give you a ton of money and we're going to be nicer to you. And they have been, and they gave him the money. So he got a little bit of an ego about it, thinking he could shut anybody up with just the threat of a lawsuit at this point. So according to former Republican advisor Rick Wilson, who of course is now with the Lincoln Project, Trump decided he could get those buffoons to shut up by threatening to sue them. And in a post last week, Rick Wilson made it clear that, oh, buddy, you just came barking up the wrong tree. In a post, Rick Wilson titled, "Trump is threatening to sue me again," Wilson wrote, "Donald Trump is threatening to sue me again. Let me summarize it for you in the technical legal language this matter deserves. F you, Donald. At this point, it's less see you in court and more see you in the theater of the absurd, because we both know how this game goes. Trump and his lawyers crank out a faux serious letter full of bluster, distortion, and my favorite, misquotations, and I get to publish my lawyer's response. Spoiler, our reply is smarter, meaner, funnier, and far more rooted in reality than anything that oozes out of whatever legal mooks Trump is deploying this time. Their current spasm is over a video in which I described how MAGA reacts when their hero is cornered. According to Trump's team, I said, quote, it distracts them from the fact that Donald Trump is a corrupt and sick pedophile. Whoopsie, not quite. Only problem? That's not what I said. What I actually said was, quote, they'll use this to give the MAGA something to crow over because it distracts them from thinking about the fact that Donald Trump is a corrupt and sick pedophile. See the difference? It's not subtle. Context matters. And yes, technically, when filing a defamation lawsuit, every word matters. You can't paraphrase. You can't take something out of context. You have to put verbatim, word for word, the line that you claim contains the defamation. And they already messed that up by misquoting him. Technically, this is not the legal filing. This is just the threat from the lawyers. But by misquoting him, it makes the threat already null and void, because you have to get it right. You can't not do that. Because if you don't even know what you're actually suing over or even threatening to sue over, you don't have a case. But then Wilson continued. Imagine Donald Trump being forced to explain under oath every last detail of his long and ugly history with Epstein, Miss Teen USA, Howard Stern, his weird incesty seeming objectification of his daughter, and all the rest. Imagine him sitting for a deposition with actual lawyers, not sycophants. The Lincoln Project would sell tickets. If he tries, we will depose Trump at excruciating length. We will depose Melania Trump, who we believe has relevant information not only concerning Donald Trump's personal character, but also had knowledge and interactions with Jeffrey Epstein. We will depose Pam Bondi, Todd Blanche, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and the 1,000 FBI staff who were dispatched to discover Trump's name in the Epstein files. None of them serves as Trump's personal counsel, and they do not have the benefit of attorney-client privilege. Oh, see, that's where it gets them. All of these people. Now, I don't know about the claims against Melania. That, of course, has been speculation and rumors. So if you want to depose her to find out if he files the lawsuit, sure, go for it. But as of right now, I don't even think that's material. Whether it's real, whether it's not, I don't think that matters. The other folks, though, as he mentioned, they do not have attorney-client privilege. They were not doing this as Trump's lawyers. They were doing it as his employees. in the federal government. So they would not be able to say, no, I can't testify about that. I can't be deposed about that. They'd have to spill the beans. So if Trump wants to sue somebody for referencing anything regarding Epstein and himself, he's going to have to take the deposition. He's going to have to go on the stand at trial. Yikes. That's not going to end well for Donald Trump. So now he's backed himself into a bit of a corner here. I threatened to sue this guy. Do I keep doing it? Do I move forward? Or do I sheepishly back out of it because I know that Rick Wilson is not going to back down, but then I kind of look like a coward. Oh no, Donnie. You got a little too big for your britches with all those other cowardly media outlets settling their lawsuits against them. But Wilson and the Lincoln Project, 100% not going to let you get off that easily. With the ever-changing world of politics, I have to be sharp, focused, and of course, on top of my game, not just to keep up with the news, but to also keep up with everyone else in this very crowded industry. And sometimes maintaining my focus can be difficult when things get a little overwhelming, and that's why I've partnered with Brain FM. Brain FM has task-specific focus modes like deep work, creative, and motivation to meet your exact needs. There's also ADHD mode specifically made for ADHD brains. Brain FM is the only music company supported by a National Science Foundation grant award to improve people's focus. Brain FM recently published a study in the Nature journal Communications Biology showing that their patented music technology increases activity in attentional networks, doubles neural synchrony at brainwave frequencies associated with focus, and improves attentional task performance in people with ADHD symptomatology. Brain FM's mission is to help people around the world with a simple and accessible tool that supports focus, especially for those who need it the most. Unlock your brain's full potential free for 30 days by going to brain.fm/Farron. That's brain.fm/Farron for 30 days free.